Hi everyone, my name is Kristina and I'm gonna guide you through your 30-minute flow today. We're gonna run through deep flow practice today, so we'll just hold the poses longer and you'll feel it in your body. And we're gonna breathe together. Everyone start in child's pose. Bring your knees wide, feet together on your mat, melt your chest towards the floor. Drop your forehead center down. Spread your fingers wide, press them into your mat, and come into your Ujjayi breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Empty out through your nose. Do that again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. And notice through your practice, notice your long inhales and long exhales. Keep the same length as we move through. Inhale yourself to tabletop. Place your hands under your shoulders, spread your fingers wide, curl your toes under. Gonna set up for some cat-cows. Inhale, look up, drop your belly towards the mat. Exhale, round out your back, look somewhere between your knees. Do that again. Inhale, belly down, look up, open your heart. Exhale, round out. Do that one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, round out. Come back to neutral spine. Stay with the breath. Send your right hand towards your front of your mat. Kick your left leg back. Point your toes towards your nose. Stay with your breath. Keep your core engaged. One more inhale. Exhale, place your hand onto your mat. And then send your left hand towards the front. Spread your fingers wide. Kick your right leg back. Ujjayi breath. Stay and breathe. One more time, fill up. Drop your hand onto your mat. Push yourself into downward facing dog. Send your hips towards the ceiling. Spread your fingers wide. Engage your core, heels closer to the floor. Intentional, powerful downward facing dog. Your drishti, your gaze is somewhere between your feet. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Come high onto your tippy toes as you inhale. And then tippy toe your way up to the top of your mat. Keep your legs long. Halfway lift. Lengthen your back. Inhale. Exhale. Fold over. Do that again. Press the palms of your hands into your shins. Halfway lift. Exhale. Fold over. One more time. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Sweep up, extended mountain pose. Open your heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, look up, reach up. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Fold. Do that again. Sweep up, big breath in. Look at the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Extended mountain pose, hands towards the ceiling. Fold and empty out. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fold, exhale. Extended mountain pose. Last time, go a big sip of breath. Hands to heart center, exhale. Extended mountain pose. Look at the sky, the ceiling, whatever it is you see. Fold over. Halfway lift. Hands to your mat, come into high plank. Drop your knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra, tuck in your elbows, peel your chest off your mat. Exhale, come down to the floor, to your mat. Do that again, baby cobra, fill up, big inhale. Exhale, drop your forehead to your mat. One more time, baby cobra. Exhale. Inhale yourself to tabletop. Child's pose, knees wide, feet together. Connect back to your mat. Feel the energy flow through your body. And this time, come on to your fingertips and peel your forearms off the floor. Long inhales and long exhales. Inhale yourself up to tabletop. Downward facing dog. Empty out your breath. Coming back to your intentional downward facing dog. Come on to your tippy toes. Tippy toe your way up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen your back. Exhale, fold over. Chair pose, sink your hips deep. Stay here. Notice if you can bring your hips closer towards the floor. And don't take yourself so serious. Stay with your breath and maybe create a small smile. Yeah, some teeth may be showing on here. Take a breath in. Sink deeper. Stay here for 3 more breaths. Bring attention to the palms of your hands. Have them facing each other. Ujjayi. 1 more. Inhale. Fold as you empty. Halfway lift. Hands to your mat. Come into high plank. Drop your knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra, 1 time. Exhale down to your mat. Inhale to tabletop. Downward facing dog. Feel each knuckle pressing into your mat. And notice if you're dumping into your shoulders, round out your back. Step your right leg through, come into warrior 1. Your front foot at 12 o'clock, your back foot is about 9-10. Palms facing each other. Inhale, lunge deeper, stay. Stay with your breath and feel the power and the heat your body's creating here. 1 more inhale, look up, open your heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to your mat, come into high plank, knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra, inhale. Exhale down to your mat. Inhale yourself to tabletop. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Ground your feet into your mat. Feel supported by the earth here. Left side, warrior 1. Step through on this side. Send your hands up. Yeah, sometimes we get wobbly, right? But find your grounding. Engage your core and find your balance. Lock in your drishti. Inhale. On your exhale, lunge deeper into your front leg. Inhale, look up, open your heart. 1 more time. Look at the ceiling. On your exhale, place your hands onto your mat. Come into high plank. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Empty out. Inhale yourself to tabletop. Child's pose. Use this time as rest. And then use your breath to steady out your heart. To check in with your body, So notice how you feel as we start move to practice. Inhale, back up to tabletop. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Step through, come into Crescent Lunge. Both of your feet at 12 o'clock. Send your hands towards the sky. Yeah, like balance yourself out here. Feel your front foot pressing in, back foot high onto its toes. Stay with your breath. Feel everything pulling in towards center line of your body. Feel your thighs, your glutes, your core, everything tucking in. In. Exhale out. One more big sip of breath. Hands to heart center as you empty. Lean forward, twist towards your right side. Palms of your hands pressing in together. You can stay as you are, or you can drop your left hand onto the floor, send your right hand towards the sky. Feel the fire in your back leg. One more big sip of breath. On your exhale, stay. Open up to warrior two. Drop your back foot down onto your mat. Come deep into your lunge. Yeah, right? Wobbly. And then finding your grounding will allow you to stabilize yourself, finding your balance. Fill up. Reach towards the front of your mat. Drop your elbow onto your hand. Left hand towards the ceiling. Maybe create a half a bind here, or drop your right hand onto the floor. Stay and breathe. One more big breath in. On your exhale, pull yourself back up into warrior two. Straighten your front knee. Reach forward. Come into triangle pose. Option to drop your hand onto a block, onto a floor. And if you don't have blocks at home, option is maybe use Tupperware or maybe books. Look at your left thumb. Top hand, pull yourself up. Point your toes towards the left side of your mat. Keep your arms open, swan arms. Slowly start folding over for wide-legged forward fold. Everyone drop your hands onto the floor. Crown of your head towards the floor, feeling your neck heavy. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Place your hands at your hip creases. Slowly with your spine nice and long, go back up. Turn to face the front of the room. Step your back leg halfway in. Reach your hands towards the sky. On your exhale, fold over your front knee. Pyramid pose, hands onto the floor. If you can't reach the floor, maybe use blocks. So many options available to you. Feel the earth support you under your feet, feeling grounded and connected. Halfway lift. Hands to your mat. Come into high plank. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Exhale down to the floor. Inhale yourself to tabletop. Downward facing dog. Exhale out. Yeah, I'm sure you're feeling the heat right now. Your body is starting to sweat. Your heart is beating hard. Acknowledge yourself for all the hard work you've done so far. And let's step our left leg through. Come into Crescent Lunge on this side. Bring your shoulder blades in together. But soften your shoulders. Don't crunch up your shoulders towards your ears. Soften them out. Back foot high onto your toes. In. On your exhale, bring your hands to heart. Look at the ceiling. Back leg, nice and long. Skin to muscle to bone. Hug everything in. Option to stay here as you are. Press the palms of your hands in. Or maybe drop your hand onto the floor, block, whatever is available to you. Option to drop your back knee onto the floor. Stay and breathe. On your exhale, come into warrior two. Drop your back foot down. External rotation of your front thigh. If you're collapsing in, maybe shimmy your front foot towards the inhale. On your exhale, reach forward, come into side angle. Drop your elbow onto your front thigh one more time. Create something new. Maybe try something new on this side. Bind your hand at your low back. Do what feels right. Long inhale. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten your front knee, come into triangle pose. If you don't have a block, option also is to drop your hand onto your shin. But we're looking to have our hand at the outer side. Allow ourselves to open. Being kind to yourself and open up your heart for yourself every day. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable and kind. Top hand, come on up. Point your toes towards the right side of your mat. This time, bind your hands at your low back. Puff out your chest. And then fold over, wide-legged forward fold. Upside down. Everyone close your eyes. Send your hands off your low back. Find space between your teeth. Shake your head, yes, no, flutter, or sigh. Keep your binds flat back. Slowly start coming all the way. Back leg halfway in. Puff out your chest or reach your hands towards the sky. Option for a bind or without a bind. Drop your hands onto the floor. Yogi's choice. Stay with your breath. Halfway lift. Hands to your mat. Come into high plank. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Breathe in. Exhale down to your mat. Inhale to tabletop. Downward facing dog. Use this downward facing dog as time to rest. Chest closer to your thighs. Step your right leg through, come into low lunge. Drop your back foot, onto the floor. Your drishti is somewhere at the top of your mat. We're slowly starting to open up our hips. And if your knee is over your ankle, shimmy your foot forward. Shimmy your foot to the outer edge of your mat. Place your hands onto your mat. Crown of your head towards the floor. Now there's options to come onto your forearms. It's not available to you. Maybe use a block or two. Use books. Being kind to your knees, but allowing your hips to open with every breath. We store so much emotions and feelings in our hips. Point your front foot 45-degree angle off your mat and towards the sky. Option to press onto your hips or bind it at your low back. Stay and breathe. Stay in the discomfort exact moment you want to come out. Stay, send your breath wherever you're feeling discomfort, whatever may be coming up. Big sip of breath. Hands to your mat. Step your right back. Sounds, any cracking, any sensations. Your joints are not loving this right now, possibly. Step your left leg through, come into a low lunge on this side. Hands at either sides. Shimmy your foot forward to allow that knee to stay nicely on top of your ankle. Lock in your drishti. Shimmy your foot to the outer edge. Stay with your hands onto the floor, or maybe create little block house and drop your forearms down. Crown of your head towards the floor. Notice how this side of your body is different than the other side. And knowing that every body is different, my hips open very differently than the person next to me. And that's very, very normal. There's no wrong or right way of doing this. Point your toes, 45-degree angle. Options here. Allowing your hips to feel. Allowing yourself to feel here. Guys, are you sweaty? Are you hot? Are you telling yourself this is hard? Stay in the discomfort every time. Place your hands onto your mat. Step your leg back and then slowly find your way in downward facing dog, knowing that you're gonna feel here. Once you land, pedal out your feet. I know my knees are cracking, my ankles are cracking. That's very, very normal for all. Step your right leg through, come into half pigeon right side. Looking to have your shin parallel to the top of your mat. Some of us cannot do that. So get wherever you can with that chin. Maybe place a block under your hip. Looking to drop your chest, your forehead onto the floor. If you can't get your forehead onto the floor, create maybe fists, stack them up and stay here and breathe. Surrender to this pose. Notice if your face is scrunched up, relax your face. Feel what you feel. Knowing that nothing else matters in this moment right now. Just you and your practice, your breath. Option to stay here as you are, come up to King Pigeon. Place your hands onto the floor, open up towards the front. Yeah, maybe create something different, bring the earth closer towards you, and place a block under your hands. Hips to ceiling, come back into your breath. Left side. Step your left leg through. Find that connection to your mat. Set yourself up. Option to place that block under your hip. Bringing the earth closer and coming deeper into your forehead. Stay. What can you let go of right here, right now? What's coming up for you? Notice what that is. Through Stay as you are, come up for King Pigeon. Props are amazing tools for us. There's no reason not to use props, blocks, straps, whatever you have available at home. Everyone slowly start coming up. Come to a seated position this time. Send your hands to the front of the room. Everyone remove the flesh from cheeks. We all have a little bit. Send your hands towards the ceiling. Open up your heart. On your exhale, hinge from your hips. Grab onto your feet. Come into seated forward fold. Feel that nice side stretch in your ribs and your spine. And don't lock out your knees. Find that nice softness of your knees. Keep some water there. Release your feet. Come to lie onto your backs. We're going to set up for waterfall. Option to just send your feet towards the ceiling, point your toes down, also send your hands up. If you have a block, place it under your low hips. Send your legs up. And whatever you choose, find stillness. Resist that urge to move around, to fidget. Allow the blood to rush back towards your heart, and then feel your energetic heart pushing that blood all the way back up, back towards your toes and your fingers. Slowly start coming down, bend your knees, remove the blocks. Place your feet as one, and then drop your knees towards the right, your gaze towards the left, drop your shoulders onto the floor. Supine twist. Every breath new and powerful. Come back to center. Drop your knees towards the other side. Look over your right shoulder. Close your eyes. And notice if there's any resistance to closing your eyes. Intentionally keep them closed. Allowing yourself to land here. Being present for yourself. Come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Come into tiny little ball. Take a breath in. Empty everything out. One more big sip of breath. Final Shavasana. Send your arms and your legs wide. Drop your hands at your sides. Final pose. Come back to your natural breath. Close your eyes. Stay still. Allow gravity to take over your body. Open your eyes. Reach your hands over your head. Come into nice stretch, full body stretch. Roll to your right side. Keep your eyes closed. with your eyes closed. Come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Place your hands at heart center. Everyone take a breath in. Empty out. Bring your forehead to center, bring your fingers to the center of your mat. Together we bow, together we say, Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. I hope to see you soon.